Great. We will start off with Tom Dowd of BrooklynNets.com.
Sorry, I was muted there. Kevin, Steve had said, the effort and intensity had been great. Maybe this was kind of the first bad day you guys have had. What did you think was kind of missing early on?
Well, we turned the ball over a lot. I mean, we gave them – they shot 15 more shots than us. They out-rebounded. I only had 3 rebounds. I got to be better in helping the bigs out. Rebounding the basketball, I think that would have definitely turned the tide on the game if I was down there mixing it up a little bit more. But we turned the ball over 19 times. They scored 23 points off of it, and they took 15 more shots than us. That's pretty much the game. To only lose by 4, we're seeing some good things, but more than anything, we got to be better.
Greg Logan with Newsday.
Kevin, you're used to being the guy with the target on your back your whole career. Jarrett just admitted that, the Nets have always been the underdogs and they now have to learn a different mindset. How long do you think that takes for guys who are new to this situation compared to you and Kyrie?
Yeah, I mean, I think those guys know the circumstances and know what, how other teams are going to play us. And, it's just a matter of going out there and really feeling that. And tonight they showed us. They made us, feel them on both ends of the floor. And, it's good to have that target on your back. It's going to bring the best out of you. And I think Jared was incredible tonight. And, you could tell he brought the best out of him. And, he's just getting better and better each and every day.
Alex Schiffer with The Athletic.
Kevin, just you guys were so good on defense the first 2 games. I guess what were your biggest issues with you guys defensively tonight, outside of the turnovers and whatnot?
Yeah, we were a little bit too loose on switches when we were point switching and they were slipping out. And, Coach Borrego made some great quick hits, over the top, duck-in passes when we were slipping, and the quick slips, on the screen and rolls they were getting into space. So we got to be ready for that, especially when we use our switching defenses. Teams are going to start to slip out of those screens, play with a little bit more pace. And, we was behind on a few plays, especially on closeouts. Now we're filing, and now guys can, drive and kick. So I think we just got to be a little bit more solid on some of our actions and be a little bit more physical and communicate.
Malika Andrews with ESPN.
2 for you, Kevin. First, Jarrett was talking about the target on your back as something he just needs some time to learn. Do you think that's something that you, having been there, can help him learn that sort of thing?
I just think, those guys are going, just kind of decipher each experience the way they want to do it. I feel like if he has tips, I'll tell him, how I feel about a situation, but he'll go through it himself and make the correct adjustments. But I think he's been bringing it every single game. I mean, he comes out there and imposing his will on the offensive glass and, setting screens. So I think he gets it. He understands the moment, and he's only going to get better.
And then secondly, you've talked about every game as sort of a building block for you. How do you see a back-to-back as a building block? Is that something where that's a level for you?
Most definitely. I definitely want to, be able to play back-to-backs and get to them healthy and play my normal minutes. So we'll see how things go, and we'll see how, we'll talk about it tomorrow.
Thank you.
Christian Winfield with the New York Daily News.
Hey, Kevin, would you say this is the maybe most intense basketball you've been able to play since coming back, given that the first 3 were kind of like blowout games and they were decided pretty easily? And second, that shot that you missed that could have tied the game up, I feel like that's a shot that you've made a number of times over the course of this season, as early as it is. So when you shoot it, did you think that was going in? And what was your mindset when you let that go?
Yeah, I thought it was going in. It looked good when I left my hands. It was a little right, so maybe I had to touch it up a little bit more. But I like the shot. Maybe I could have shot the 3. I mean, after the screen, but I got to watch film. I'm sure we'll get that situation back again throughout the season, and I can capitalize on it again. But it was good to play in a fourth quarter game again and play a game that we had to, fight uphill and claw back to get back into the game, and was able to make it a late game. And, they made more plays than us. So, but it was fun definitely playing in that environment again.
And last question, Michael Grady from Yes Network.
And Kevin, you talked about the peaks and valleys of an NBA season. How eager are you to see how this team responds after a performance like this?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to us putting this behind us and moving on to tomorrow. We're playing against another young, athletic team that's going to test us on both sides of the ball, and our legs are going to be tested after coming off a back-to-back and a little road trip. So it's all about these, small tests early in the season and see how we handle them. And, we're just going to keep pushing through.
Thanks so much, Kevin. We appreciate it.
Yep.